Hello people, I'm Vito, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom with Robberlink.
Hey there.
Alright, where we last left off, we defeated Bandit Keith. We didn't recruit him though. I'm wondering if we needed to maybe defeat him with bones for that to work, or maybe he just doesn't join us. I'll double check, and if we just can't get him, then oh well. But if we can, I could go back to the backup save and do that off screen.
Alright.
But yeah, after that we headed out to the WhiteDragon mountain, and we found Buster Blader just hidden between some of the bases.
I was going to ask, was he hidden, or was it just a timed event?
You just have to go to a specific position between two of the bases that is not on the path.
Okay.
Hopefully this won't be too hard, but they do have a ton of medicine, but I have a ton more moves.
So yeah, we came here because we need to go to Sigvarth's. But Kaiba decided...
Did you miss?
Kaiba decided he needed better monsters. Case in point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have a respawn point for their marshals, and they don't seem to be leaving their bases, so I don't know if I actually need to leave anyone to defend my base or not. I'm just not sure. I don't know if you can do enough to kill him before he uses medicine. Can I have another turn, please? Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Just don't miss. Yeah.
Wait, can he?
I don't think so. He probably has a silver bow and arrow. But the dragon cannon, I guess he hit the second time. Okay, now it's just you.
Now that the distraction's out of the way.
Was he still guarding? Yeah, but I broke it.
Okay, the Cyber Commander, all he did was wait. And this guy's just guarding. What?
I wonder if he was programmed to only use the medicine on the Buster Blader. And, like, not on himself. I'm not sure, because I don't...
It's hard to tell, you know, that was specific programming, or if they're just being stupid.
Like, maybe he would have been able to use medicine on himself, but he didn't get the chance because he wasn't low enough on health when he got his turn.
Yeah.
Ruin Ray.
I also thought that was going to say, like, rainy day or something.
That's not a ray, that's just a sword swing. Although I guess it did have a ray-like effect that appeared when he hit something with it. That something in particular being my Mystic Horseman. Oh well, this seems like it's going fine. It is not a problem.
Nope.
You're a little bit annoying when you guard, because I don't think my dragon zombie can break it, but if that's all you got, not much to worry about. Oh, did it leave like a trail or something?
I think it might have.
It's hard to see from that angle. Oh well, I don't think you're going to have another chance. You're mine. And then you'll get another chance on my side.
He'll make a fine addition to my collection.
Indeed. Very nice. Alright, the question is, can I do the rest of this within one episode's time?
Grrr, you're strong. It would seem that you and your party will earn the right to be called Dragon Master.
Mm-hmm.
And you are most likely the savior who will put an end to the fighting. In the interest of the greater good, I will lend my strength to you. Let us fight side by side until peace is restored to this land.
Yay! Buster Blader has joined your army. And Cyber Commander.
You can take my minion as well.
Alright, there's still a red dot here now. I think that's a bug.
There is.
I guess I'll send you this way and hope nothing bad happens.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, I think it teleported one of them, because that's the one that should be in the lower center fort. The lower center fort should have this one, I think. This one? Whoops. Oh, that's Meteor Dragon. Okay, do you remember me mentioning that there's the older anime for Yu-Gi-Oh! That has not been localized?
I'm sorry, is that a flying meatball?
It looks kind of like it. I didn't think it would do that. But do you remember?
Sorry. Well, do I remember that there was, like, an untranslated...
older anime?
I think so.
So, I believe that same, what do you call them, studio also made a movie, I think it was? And in that movie, it focused on the Red Eyes Black Dragon not belonging to Joey, but to some other kid.
Huh.
I think. And there was also the Meteor Dragon. And the whole premise of that movie is that while the Blue Eyes is the strong, it has, the power to achieve victory, the Red Eyes has the potential to achieve victory. And that potential is through fusions. And one of them is with the Meteor Dragon. And there's a Meteor Dragon, and they both have polymerization.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Meteor Dragon can go into its meteor thing like a shell. I've never seen it inside it, though, like that. In the card art, it has its head out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Sorry, I was still kind of reeling from the fact that, like, the 3 dragons teleported. Were those even the Blue Eyes?
It looked like it had a group with blue eyes. White dragons. Alright, can I... Oh, that's low on health. Please don't get your turn. Otherwise they're gonna fuse, although it might still be fine. Okay, so he pops out to attack. Ooh, I got my turn. If this is strong enough, you are dead. He's dead. No fusion for you.
Oh well.
Although if I get Meteor Dragon, that will be a fusion for me. Although I've already transformed him into the Red Eyes
Black Metal Dragon.
Will it still let me fuse them?
Probably not, I would guess.
Oh, poison. Alright, and then for liberating this, do I get Meteor Dragon then? Or do I, for some reason, get something unrelated? Oh, it gave me a Draconic Fury. Dragonic Fury. Yep, there's Meteor Dragon. Thank you. Yep, still buggy. I know it said to go along the path, but is there any reason not to? Will they get angry? I'm just thinking to that rogue...
No, it breaks the game.
I guess so. I was thinking to the first bonus mission of Rogue Squadron 3D, where you're in those, what are they called, like skyhopper things? They're just those little upside down Y-shaped craft, and you go through a Tatooine canyons as a race, and if you go too high over the, the canyon ledges, then he's like, someone's cheating out there. You can trigger that voice line without actually losing. There's like 2 separate height limits, I guess.
That's very funny when that's a thing, where there's like 2 triggers, but you can activate one of them without the other.
Yeah.
Like, I remember in Halo Reach, if you have the one effect where it's like the Grunt birthday party, but for you, there is a threshold of health.
Oh.
Where your health bar will be empty. Like, it won't even have the 1 red block. It'll be empty. But you will still be alive. And I will have triggered that, birthday sound effect without you dying. but it's like, anything else touching you would kill you.
Yeah. I popped, but I'm still alive.
This is extremely painful.
Oh, they're probably going to polymerize because that one already is down to 1 move, so he'll polymerize on his next turn. I was going to go for the other one. I thought you had more moves than that. Okay, switching targets because I think Mystic Horse...
Oh, wait, did he do a multi-hit attack?
Did he?
Because I think I remember seeing all your monsters taking a bit of damage.
Huh, I should check before they fuse if I can. Oh, you appear to be right. Dark Flame Wave.
Okay, so that probably took 2 of his moves, and that's why.
Okay, good thing I don't have machines here. Oh yeah, and there's the aerial that it gets. Whoops. Which turns it into a flying type. Alright, you have the Sword of Dragon Soul, so you'll do a crit. I don't know if it'll be enough, though. Do I have another turn? Yes, I do.
Now don't miss.
Big target. About as big as you. I think... Aren't they the two with some of the biggest hitboxes, other than, like, the twin-headed King Rex? Red Eyes had a huge hitbox, a circle around it.
True.
And so does Dragon Zombie. Alright, that's your last move. Enjoy it. I'll take the chance to heal you because I have an abundance of extra moves. And then kill. Alright, let me go back to my anime notes because the only thing that isn't from liberating a city or base or whatever is the Buster Blader, so I don't need to keep looking at those notes. Alright, where were we? I think it was like we were just getting into the Joey Mako fight, which is the majority of those 2 episodes we watched. Oh,
yeah.
Another item. Whoops. I'll just do it this way. Go to this one. That frickin' bugged out dot is still bothering me.
I'm concerned that's like breaking the mission.
Wait a second. Okay, so, when we beat Rex and got the twin-headed King Rex, it gave us a polymerization. There's those 2 polymerizations I tried polymerization with the other 2 monsters it gave Rex, and it did nothing. I wonder if this is why. I don't know what this is going to create. But you know what? Do I have Thunder Dragon? Can I try myself? I don't know if I have Thunder Dragon. But I can still make a note of this so I can do it later.
Alright.
And I am currently using 2-headed King Rex, so he'll be good and leveled.
If nothing else, you'll probably have everything by the end of the series, and you can make a bonus episode showing off all the polymerizations.
Yeah, there's also a
worst case scenario.
Yeah, there's also a chance I will fail at killing him before he gets his turn at low health. So we might end up seeing it anyway. Not sure. Okay. Oh yeah, and then Joey in the anime forgot to take out the Parasite card from his deck.
Yeah, that was
oops.
Kind of an oopsie daisy. Although it's good that he did that. He probably remembers it now instead of trying to fight Kaiba with that.
True. Alright. Killed him. Okay, I guess we don't see this fusion today. The thing is, Mako destroys the parasite and that somehow prevents it from activating, but think back to any other flip effect monster like the Man-Eater bug that Bakura used in Season 1. When you attack a face-down defense monster and it has a flip effect, that activates the flip effect. I don't know why they decided, oh, in this instance, that doesn't happen.
Well, wasn't the whole thing that it only affects, like, other bug types?
No, it turns other types into bugs. But that's when your opponent draws it. But when it's your card, and you draw it and you own it, I guess, that's when you can play it face down defense and then activate the flip effect, which puts it in your opponent's deck. Then when they draw it, it's the effect that turns everything into insects. So technically what should have happened is it should have gone into Mako's deck at that point. I don't know why they decided no.
I mean, that would have been great because his whole thing is making everything work with water.
True.
So,
yeah, that
if they all become bugs, that
would ruin some of the synergy.
Yeah.
Because there's typing and attributes, so some things affect one, some things affect the other, but anything that affects the types would be screwed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt like they just kind of contrived that to make Joey make a mistake or whatever. When really that should have worked in his favor still. Are you actually gonna get to level 60 on anyone? No. But you got to level 29 yourself. Alright, another Dragonic attack. Thunder Dragon. Oh, so we didn't have it, but we got it now. That's right, we've been getting things for liberating. Almost forgot that entire point. Go there. So just 3 more. Just need to wait for them to get there.
So, I was kind of curious as to what the tornado wall did exactly. Because it seemed to just, make him unable to get hurt by life points. Or not by life points, but like...
direct attack?
Yeah. And I looked it up, and apparently that is the case. But the card only works if Umi is on the field.
Yeah, so it does seem different because, yeah, in the anime, like you said, it was preventing a direct attack. Oh, it's Seiryu. But, here, let me see. 85 and a ton of red medicine. Okay. I guess I'll just go for it. I'd say it's actually much stronger in the card game because what it does, like you said, it does require Umi to be the field.
Or a bunch of other cards that apparently also could be considered Umi.
Yeah, I think there's one called like the Legendary Ocean or something.
Yeah.
And it says it can be treated as Umi. Where is it? Okay, so it's a continuous trap, and I think it was in the anime as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the card game, it just prevents you from losing life points, period, it seems like. Except maybe from card effects? I'm not sure, but from any battle damage, which would probably include direct attacks, but also other things, you just don't take damage, which would...
So from either direct attacks or what, like, if you lose a monster in attack position?
Right, so if it worked in the anime like it did in the card game, then Mako would not have lost any life points for losing the Legendary Fisherman or for losing the Fortress Whale. At least the first time for the Legendary Fisherman, because I think after those two, Joey used Giant Trunade, which gets rid of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a little bit later in my notes, but yeah, it does work differently. I think I'll just start waiting. I think it might take less time if I just wait.
Honestly, with all those red medicines, yeah, I guess.
He has like 9 of them. Technically, he doesn't have enough moves to use all of them. I don't think. Alright. Jumping back to earlier in my notes here. Okay, so I think the Torrential Tribute card, do you remember that one?
You might want to heal.
Oh, yeah, sorry, wasn't looking. Thank you.
Warning.
Thank you. Do you remember the Torrential Tribute card?
Not off the top of my head.
I think when Mako used it, it's like activated when your opponent summons a monster and you can get rid of that monster, or at least that's how it worked in the anime. But I think when I looked at the card, it actually gets rid of all monsters on the field, which would have also gotten rid of Mako's own flying fish at that point. So that's a slight difference. Unless I'm wrong about that. I feel like I have to double check that one. Yeah, and then... Whoa. Is that a special?
Yeah, hit all your guys, but now he's out of moves.
Oh, and he has something on his normal one. Unable to miss. And just hits all enemies. Okay. Interesting, but now, you are as good as mine. And I think this is the last group that Pegasus is going to be fighting, which means I don't even need to waste more medicine healing. Just to wail on him. Yeah, and then there was the scene with Bakura meeting Merrick.
Yes.
And they decided to start working together.
Which was not on my bingo card.
Yeah.
I should probably make a bingo card at this point. It would be fun.
You thought it would have been fun if they had actually dueled each other?
Yeah, or at least fought in some capacity.
Yeah, it's a little strange considering how everything else seems to revolve around dueling, but Bakura seems, at least up until that deal, he seemed adamant to try and get the Millennium items without dueling because he wasn't even in the tournament. As far as I could tell.
True.
Sayaryu has joined your party, army, whatever. Alright. Okay, for a sec I thought you were stuck because of how long it took for your icon to move a pixel on the map. Alright. I'll just wait out this. Let's see, what was next? I was going to mention, Bakura could probably be making some use out of the Millennium Eye, but I don't know if he can do that without actually replacing his eye with it. So maybe that's why he hasn't, because...
That would be a bit conspicuous.
Yes, everyone would notice something's up. But he does still have the eye, from what I recall.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I was thinking, because Bakura took it, do you think Pegasus now wears like an eye patch? Would that make him look cooler?
Maybe? I don't know. He's rich. He might just have like a glass eye or something.
That reminds me...
Oh, is that the... I don't know what it's called, but I swear it has Judge in the name.
Judge Man, yes.
Okay.
And WhiteDragon. I think I may have forgotten to point out, but we did see WhiteDragon in the anime. Do you remember when Kaiba went to visit Ishizu in the museum and they saw the flashback? It was like ancient Kaiba fighting Yugi's servant. Yugi's servant used a fusion summon to get this. And then, yes, Judge Man. 2 of them, in fact. I wonder if I'll get both these monsters.
Have we seen Judge Man in this game?
Yes.
Okay.
Just not 2 of them at once.
I genuinely didn't remember, but
oh, wait.
He looks familiar to me, because I think we probably had one.
Okay, no medicines this time.
Nice.
That should make things a lot smoother. Alright, and then back to the anime. Joey used a card called Fairy Box, which was like a whack-a-mole box, basically. It was kind of weird how it had like, well, you missed. It had like that interaction with Umi that made his monster need to come up for air.
Which is a little weird because it's a alligator. Like, I know they probably can't breathe underwater, but like...
It would probably be a very long time.
Yeah.
Can you just... Is it an actual time-based thing and you can just wait out, like draw out your turn by just not saying you end your turn yet to make it happen? My turn will last however long it takes for that alligator to run out of air. And then I'll attack.
That's cheating.
Technically it isn't. I can wait as long as I'd like. Would you have to implement like professional chess rules where you actually have like a time limit for your turns? But yeah, that Fairy Box card. It's another chance-based card for its actual card effects, where you call a coin toss when someone attacks you, and if you call it right, their attack, the attacking monster's attack, becomes 0.
Huh. Interesting.
But it also costs 500 life points per additional turn to keep it active, because it is continuous.
Okay. I thought it was just kind of going to be like the magic hats that Yugi uses.
Yeah. But no, this one will actually, at least in the card game, it will reduce the attacker's attack to 0. In which case, you win the fight. I mean, unless maybe you're using a monster that has 0 attack and 0 defense, like 1,000 Eyes Idol. One more Hammer of Justice before you die. Come on, give me my turn. Thank you. And then... yeah, and then I wrote down the whole interaction was kind of weird. It's like, that would never happen in the card game. It's like, oh, I have Umi, and your box makes it, you know, further to the ground, closer to the ground, so now it's underwater and cannot breathe for however long.
Yeah. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Okay, and you're out of moves, so now I can just wail on you too. I was already kind of just wailing on them because I was distracted with my notes.
Speaking of whales, we did see Fortress Whale, although I assume that's probably later in the notes.
You said speaking of whales, where was there a whale mentioned?
Because you said you were wailing on him.
Oh.
You see, I was making a pun.
Ah, I see. Spelled differently, but yes, good pun.
Is it?
W-H-A-L-E and W-A-I-L?
I think W-A-I-L is like screaming.
Wailing on someone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure wailing on someone, like you're beating them up, is W-H-A-L-E. I think. I could be wrong.
That feels wrong to me, but I don't know. Because I think maybe I'm just thinking of it like wailing similar to like flailing, which would be A-I-L, but you could be right. I don't know. Alright. We got Kaiser Dragon. Did we get Judge Man? Oh, yes, we did. I was about to say no. I was speaking too soon. Okay. You're not in perfect health, but I can just heal you along the way.
So is there anything actually at that base?
I think it's a bug, so the enemy marshal should be here. Yes.
Okay.
And if needed, I still have Obelisk. So I think we'll just continue on until this is over, so we don't have to redo it.
Fair enough.
Alright, and then on to more notes. The Alligator's Sword Dragon Fusion card has an effect where it is able to ignore earth, water, and fire monsters to attack your opponent's life points directly.
Ooh, that's cool.
But the thing is, Umi, there's an effect on the Legendary Fisherman where if Umi is in play, it's immune to magic cards and it can't be targeted, but then can also be avoided to attack directly if you don't have any other monsters defending. So there was already an effect which kind of would have allowed the Alligator Sword Dragon to attack directly, but they have this additional one on top of it for it. I'm not sure why.
Just in case? Like,
yeah.
You blocked me this way, but I can go around this way, or something. I don't know.
So this is Lord of Dragon's portrait. I don't know if he's actually a monster in the game, though. I am the Lord of Dragonlair. You are the first to defeat all of the guards and reach the summit. So once I defeat you, all the dragons will serve me, right? That is correct. You will have more power than one man has ever had. Despite the fact that we already have Obelisk. But not before I test you to see if you are worthy.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Is that like a power beyond the knowledge of this world? It's like, I here have the strongest monsters to ever... Oh. Oh dear. And he
I didn't know. I've been living on this mountain my whole life.
I just figured no one would ever possibly find something stronger. And they do have polymerization.
And a good number of moves.
Yes, the one on the left has the least HP by a little bit. So I'll try and focus that one, and if I kill it before it gets its move at low health, they will not be able to polymerize. But if they do, Obelisk can still smash them. And you will crit. It's nice because his combination of items means no missing and critting.
Very nice.
Is he on low health now? Because he's almost guaranteed to get his turn next. Okay, well, I may have put myself in a bad situation. I should have had the golem wait, probably. Yeah, there it is.
Oh boy.
Well, we're gonna see it. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Armor, status card, super stamina, ultimate burst.
As opposed to ultimate burst.
6,000 damage.
The microphone was in the way, and I thought it said it had one move.
That would have been great.
Yeah. I shifted it. Oh, there's the 2 there as well.
Should I go through one turn before using Obelisk?
At least one turn, I'd say.
Yeah, because if he's at like 6,000 attack points, that would still only be like 600 attack. You know, health lost basically per attack. Because it's usually around 1/10. And my guys can take that. And he'll still crit. Heh. Who knows? Maybe I won't even need Obelisk.
Yeah, you might not.
Alright. Ultimate burst, but that doesn't really tell us whether he's gonna do the do the regular attack or special, because they're both called the same thing. Yeah, 600-ish. Alright, get another crit.
Dang. Jeez.
Mystic Horseman, the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I actually have a lot of notes for these episodes. Jeez. Yeah, the whole effect of Umi hiding other monsters as well, other than the legendary fisherman, it kind of seems like the same thing with the Duelist Kingdom, where it's just some arbitrary effect thing that is not part of the card game.
I was kind of thinking, like, you can place down cards and you don't even know if they're like in attack or defense mode. How would you do that in the card game?
Yeah, I was thinking.
I place this card face down diagonally.
Yeah, I actually thought of that too. But I feel like you'd have to have something like maybe a coin, maybe under it, that represents its actual position, so you can't just say, oh, it was definitely in this one mode that it wasn't in.
Yeah.
Alright, get another crit. Umi does also give a buff of like 200 points to a few types, but not to the attribute of water. It is specifically for fish, sea serpent, thunder, and aqua. It also subtracts points from machines and pyro.
But it's not considered a field card?
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So they never mentioned it, I don't think, but it did buff certain things, like the amphibian beast and the fortress whale got a buff, but the legendary fisherman did not, because it's a warrior type.
Okay. Yeah, I only noticed the fortress whale get the buff.
Yeah, they didn't mention it, but the amphibian beast did get it too, because it was like 2,400 attack, and then once Joey triggered Skull Dice, it was at 2,600 before getting divided by 4. Well done. You have the power necessary. Something cracked. My desk or something.
No, that was my back.
Well done. You have the power necessary to become the new Dragon Master. My most powerful servant. My most powerful servant, Blue Eyes WhiteDragon, seems ready to accept you as its new master. I will work for you as well and fight to overturn the Empire. Is he an actual marshal? Blue Eyes WhiteDragon Asriel, Ibris, and Jibril have joined your army, which leads me to wonder, if if the fourth Blue Eyes still existed, which it technically could in this game because it's a simulated world, what would its name be? Oh, it's Lord of D, which is dragons. It is abbreviated for some reason, even though it wouldn't be that long of a name, even on the real card. So maybe it is still a monster here. And not a marshal, though I would like another marshal. I want to have a marshal that I can just bring all our 3 machines on, Labyrinth Tank, Robotic Knight, and Giant Mech Soldier. And that's actually a hefty amount of gold, but then again, it's because we only took 2 marshals, because that's all we were allowed to. Guidance. Based on information that Mokuba had been taken to the capital, Kaiba and his forces set out for Sigvarths. But Scott has dispatched Loomis and Umbra to defend the eastern side of the capital. The majestic eastern fortress, Nanber Castle, overlooks a lake that used to be the seat of the Imperial Court. Kaiba and his army now face its tough defenses. Is victory within their grasp? We'll probably have to find out next time.
Real quick.
Yes?
I do have the pressing question. When, in the anime, when Joey defeated the Fortress Whale.
Yeah?
Using Panther Warrior, how did he get Panther Warrior to attack?
I believe it was a counterattack. Because I believe Mako initiated an attack with the Fortress Whale. And then Joey activated the trap Kunai with Chain.
Right, and that got rid of the legendary fisherman.
No, that was a different thing. That was the shield arm thing.
Right, that... Okay, so it was shield arm, which made Fortress Whale hit legendary fisherman.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a separate turn or not. I'd have to look at it again, but I believe...
Well, it'd have to be, because otherwise that means Fortress Whale will have gone twice in one turn.
Maybe. Maybe you're right, but it seemed like maybe it was a separate turn. I don't know if, like, Joey just didn't do something for a turn, or if we're forgetting that there was something he did. But it seemed like it was supposed to be that Fortress Whale was attacking, and so everything from there out was a counterattack, which didn't require Panther Warrior to have a sacrifice. However, Joey did also activate the Lightning Blade, which is an equipped magic card, which technically he should only be able to do on his own turn. So it's kind of like a mix.
Okay, but...
Maybe an oversight where it's kind of like, it's both their turns. It's his turn for an attack, which prevents sacrifice, but also you're allowed to just use the equip card anyway.
Yeah, my confusion was I didn't see Joey make a sacrifice for Panther Warrior.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he didn't need to because it was Mako's attack.
Okay, I was like, there's no way it was like... I swear, I'm going to ask Vito, he's going to tell me that, like, oh, it considers the legendary fisherman to be a sacrifice, even though it's not his monster. I was like, what?
I don't think so. Yeah, I still have like another freaking page worth of notes here. Yeah. But I guess that will have to wait. We'll just have a lot of notes to go over next time. Even though it felt like we just had so much time to go over notes here. There were just so many notes. We didn't get through them all.
I didn't even make that many.
Well, these are things that I made. Like,
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all you.
Yeah. All right. But we will have to end this here for now. We got the Blue Eyes, and we will continue this next time.
So, dear viewers, goodbye for now.
And goodbye.